Today we are going to discuss about this UI. Okay, UI, user interface. Like user will be interacting with the game. Okay, so here, so normally our desktop or whatever game we are making. So if you are making it for Windows, then its aspect ratio will be 16:9. You can see here, aspect is written here. So here we'll be selecting 16 is to 9. If you are making it for what you call Windows operating system or desktop. And for Android also, most of the Android mobiles will be of aspect ratio 16 is to 9, but some are of 18 is to 9. Okay. So what is mean by aspect ratio?
Size,
You, uh,
screen
ratio of width to height. Sorry, height to width.
size.
Or no, it's width to height. Okay, ratio of width to height. You can see here this width is somewhat 16 times 16 units, and this is 9 units. Height is 9 units. Okay, so you can select this free aspect also. It will show complete window, whatever game window is there, but you will normally select it 16 to 9 aspect ratio. Okay, now we'll see user interface. User interface means uh, how user can interact with the game. So here, first we'll see like if you want to write something or show some text on this game view, so how to show that? So here, little bit we have seen earlier also, but we will see today in detail. So in default sample scene, we will have main camera. This is main camera, and this is directional light. Okay. So here, what we'll do for showing text here, text or any UI part, you have to right click here and add. Right click here in hierarchy and click on UI tab, and then you can select from these options. So we are adding UI. UI means user interface. So first we will see text. How to add text. So here it is there, text mesh pro text. You have to click that. So it will like text mesh pro is one of the package, inbuilt package. So it will ask for installing it. You are using it first time. Uh, Till now we are discussing about the 3D games like 3D character will be there or cube will be there and sphere will be there. But in any game, if you want to create any game, you have to start it from the starting screen, home screen. Like you have to click start button, then particular game will start, isn't it? So showing that particular UI screen we'll be doing today. Like start button, if you click, then the next screen it should load. Why it is taking that much time? Just just a moment. I will wait this and open again. You right click here, UI and text mesh pro. If you click text mesh pro, then it will show this pop-up window. Now text mesh pro, that is in short it is called TMP. TMP is a package, it's an asset from Unity Asset Store, but it is inbuilt in this Unity editor. So here we will add this import TMP essentials. We will click this import TMP essentials so that all the important libraries will be installed or added in this particular Unity editor. We will just click this. And this example and extras is not needed. So we just have this TMP essentials only. Now see here, we have just right clicked here and clicked on UI and we have clicked on text mesh tool. So after doing this, this has come like canvas scheme object and event system. So you just have to ignore this event system. It will be by default, it will be there. Okay, you don't have to consider this event system. It will be by default there. Then here canvas is there. Okay. Canvas is nothing but whatever you have part like image or text, whatever you have that inside this canvas. That is canvas. So here we added text.
Like your voice is not clear, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Your voice is not that much clear.
What is?
Voice.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Please still, I didn't get you earlier. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes. Now it's okay.
No, you was asking something related to this PPT.
No, no. Your voice was disconnecting with a little bit. That's what I just.
Okay. So we have right click here. Do this again. Have name of here. Now we have installed TextMesh already. So it's not asking for that. But so we'll right click here in our hierarchy, then UI, and then TextMesh to text. So this will be added. You can change the name of this text. So this is game of again. This is game object, but it is UI. Here change title text. Title text. So now by default this text will be there. That is new text. It is written. So how to change this? You have to go into this inspector window. You have to click on this title text. You have to click on this title text UI game object and go to this inspector window. Then you will find text input one of the component is properties. Component is this text mesh flow and properties text input. So here we can change uh, as, as main. So main page is written here now. Yes, ma'am. Is there any doubt in this?
No, sir. If I click, if I input here, whatever I input here will appear in the.
It will appear here. Now, if I want to change the position of this main page text, what you have to do, you can see for any game object on inspector window on right hand side there is transform component. But in case of UI game object, there is different component that is called rect transform. For simple game object, there is transform, and for UI game object, there is rect transform.
Trans.
Ah. Now you have to change the position of this main page, or use as okay. Now we want to change the position of this title text to top. What you have to change position by POS by. So you have to increase this position by just dragging your mouse a little bit right hand side. It will change the position like this. It will be at the top. Change value will be but okay. Position X also you can change. Means on this X axis you can change. Just you have to change this. Keep it at 0. Now if you see just a minute, I will change the layout.
In my uh, in my Unity Hub, there is no MPM or 2 by
See, that
2.
I have created. We can create our layout. We can give it a name. So like here npm, and this is the current layout. We can save whatever you make layout here by changing the window size. You can change like this, and we can save that save
Okay,
layout
okay.
uh, here. You can save that particular layout, and
Oh,
you can use that later. So here this is game view. Again, this is 3 aspects. You have to make it to 16:9 aspect ratio. That you will be able to see it properly. Okay. Now here we'll change the position by properly here. You can be able to see that title text. Okay. Now we'll see one by one. We'll first double click this. Just will make this 100. Double click canvas. Double click canvas so that we'll be able to see it in scene view. Okay. Now here, if you click title game object here, you can see the rectangle yellow border
yes,
box is there.
yes, sir. Yes.
So this is the what do you call the box of this particular title text. That title text will be there, will be inside that box only. Okay. Now, if you have longer text like title, so it will appear, but it will appear at the bottom of this particular main text. It can be going outside also. They will show you, but it will not go right hand side.
No,
Make it 5 as a proper that at the top it should be looking properly.
we can change
Now,
the no.
sorry.
We can change the width now, sir, for the title.
Yes. You can change the width also. So for that, here width is there. We can change it from here also, like this. You can increase that, or you can directly from the scene view, you can directly drag this to right like this
Oh,
and left like this. Now we can align this text also inside this box. So how to do that? You have to go into this text mesh pro component. This is component text mesh pro, and here there is align property. See here alignment. So you have to make it to center. So it will be center here. We'll make it to center and middle. Okay. Vertically in the middle and horizontally in the center. Okay, so like that you can make. So this is title main page. There are some other properties also like anchor, rotation. Rotation and scale is similar to that whatever you studied for normal game objects. This anchors we will see it later. It is somewhat complex thing. Okay, this is also there. This also will see later. Just for the time being, we have to select the center align like this, center and middle. And here you can change position X and position Y, width and height. And scale also you can change like this. By scale, changing scale, whole game object will be changing. Okay, this is main page. Now here we can change the property of this text. Like we can make it bold, like this font style is there. So we can make it bold. Now this will be going outside. So you have to increase the height. It is make it okay. And you have to bring it like this so that we will be able to view it. So you can view this particular main page at the next line like this. Now another property is the font size. You can change the font size of this text like 30 you can make, you can decrease it. Okay. Then font asset. So this font asset is nothing but font style like what it should be. So these we can create. There are two only, but we can create from internet. Whatever we see, MS Word you see. So whatever font styles are there, those font styles we can create here also. But presently in Unity Editor, inbuilt font styles are those two only. But we can create font styles here. That we'll see later. Like that is somewhat deep discussion. We'll see it later.
oh,
So you can select from here which font style you have to use. Material filter is not that much important. In italic, underlined, like
it's like word.
yeah,
MC.
like word. Then color also you can change. Like, let us make this background somewhat little lighter, like paint. So for that you have to go into main camera and here solid color you have to select and color you can change here. Okay. Now click on this title text and then again here are some other properties like spacing options. This is similar to that what is called MS Word. Wrapping is there, overflow like that. Now this is somewhat advanced topic like face also you can change for this particular font style. You can modify this font style. We have this font style liberation sans SDF fallback. So you can modify this particular font style by changing the values here in shader property. You can change here, but that will change for wherever you use that particular font style. So first you have to do one thing, you have to duplicate this fallback font style and then you can modify that. Okay, so these are the things in text. This is all about text. Now I want to add one button. Add one button here. So how to do that? Now whatever you add, that you have to add in this canvas only. You have to right click in this canvas and then UI and button text next to. Okay, button has come here. So you can change the position of this button as you will see for text. So you can change the position, like to position Y you can change. You can change the weight of this button. So how to change that? By changing the weight value. Okay. Now this button has come with its text also. Button has come with text also. So if you expand this button, you will have text here. If you expand this button, you will have text here. So you can change the text here. How to change that? Then uh, enter. Let us change this. Enter. Make it bold. Let us decrease the size of the text. Like this, you can change. See what this button can do. Uh, we'll have another. Let us take another canvas. Or let us take another canvas. Take another canvas. What you have to do?
Right click UI,
Right.
right UI text.
Text or canvas also you can create. You have to create only canvas. Only canvas. Now there are two canvases. There are two canvases. So if we want to see the other canvas, how do you do that? You have to click on this first canvas and disable this. You can see this second canvas. Now see the beauty of this Unity editor. Now we'll have background of this first canvas different. Image we will have. What we did? Just a minute. We have right clicked on canvas, first canvas, clicked on UI and image. Okay, so image has come here. Now we'll make it as the background. So you have to take it back to top. So it will be at the back of all the text or all the UI. See here, whatever UI game object is, if it is at the bottom, that will look nearer to us. If it is at the top, then it will be behind this particular. Like if you consider two game objects, UI game objects, image and title text. So title text will appear at the top of this image. Okay, whatever bottom game objects are there, that we will be able to see, and whatever backside game objects are there, that will be far away from us. Okay, so image
You
is
can change
back.
the image. It's blank now.
It is square and blank. So you can add some other JPG image also, or you can change the color also. we just change the color. We have this image. Now we'll make it a little wider. So for that, we'll change this particular thing will change anchor points, anchor presets, and we'll make it this one. Stretch horizontally, stretch vertically. Stretch horizontally, stretch vertically. Okay. So if you click here, then how much you have to stretch from left, it will ask. It will ask how much you have to stretch from left. So from left only 0. From top 0. From right 0. And from bottom 0. So it will occupy a whole screen. This particular image will occupy a whole screen. And now we change the color of this background image. Let us call it, rename it background image. Okay. So now we can change the color of this background image. Let us make it more greener like this. Okay. We have changed the image color from here. Image is the component and color is the property. Okay. We have just clicked this color and we can change color like this by moving your mouse. And change color, other color like this on the outer circle. Okay, we'll make it like this. Now we'll change the color of this title also. It is not looking properly. Let us make it white. Okay. So this is one canvas. This is one canvas. And this is another canvas. Let us make duplicate of this first canvas. Okay, we don't have to do much. Let us duplicate this canvas. Duplicate means whatever canvas is there, whatever game objects inside this canvas are there, that will be duplicated. So just click here and right click here and duplicate. So this canvas one has come. Now we will change the background color of this canvas one. How to do that? You have to expand this canvas one, select background image, and change color here. Let us make now green. Okay. We will delete this button in this second canvas one. Delete this button, and we'll have only this title main page, and we'll change the title of this one. I will say like you entered in game. Just change the Y position. Okay. Now there are the two canvases here. One is canvas, another is canvas one. So if we want to hide canvas one, and we want to see only canvas, first canvas. How to do that? You have to select canvas one and unclick here. So this canvas one will be hidden. Hidden means, in other terms, it is called disabled. It is inactive. And now this canvas is active. If you want to see canvas one and disable canvas, so you have to disable this canvas, first canvas, and enable second canvas. Okay. So first we will enable first canvas and disable canvas one. Let us rename it as canvas one and this one as canvas two. Okay. Now what we have to do, when user press or click this enter button, then our second canvas should be active and first canvas should be inactive. So for that you have to use script. Initially, we'll have canvas 1 active because when player starts the game, this screen should appear first. So you will keep this canvas 2 disabled and canvas 1 enabled. Okay, means when player starts the game, this screen should come first, na? Like enter. So for that, we will keep this canvas 1 active and canvas 2 inactive. Okay, now we'll write one script. So for that, we'll create in project window, we'll right click and create folder. And let us rename it to script. Script. Right click here, create and C# script. Just name it as game manager or game only. Game control. Game control. Okay. It will compile it. We'll add one game object, empty game object in hierarchy. Right click, create empty game object. Here we'll name it as game controller or game control only. You can have different name also or same name also. Now you will reset the transform values here to 0 and drag and drop this game control here. We'll double click this game control to open in Visual Studio. Now what we'll do, we'll now this is start function will be there by default and update function will be there by default. But we have to create another function so that it will make canvas 1 disabled and canvas 2 enabled. Means when user presses enter button, then canvas 1 should be disabled and canvas 2 should be enabled. So for that we will write one function. See, this game control script is attached to this game control game object. We have not added somewhere here in canvas 1 or canvas 2. It is attached to game control game object. Here it is in inspector window and we are editing here only. So what we'll do, void, we are not returning anything from this function, so it will be void change canvas. We will name it as change canvas. Okay, change canvas. So for that we will require the reference to these two canvases. We require reference to these two canvases, canvas 1 and canvas 2. Okay, so if you see in Unity editor, canvas 1 is game object. Canvas 1 is a game object. Canvas 2 is also a game object. So we will create the reference to these two game objects. We will write here public data type is game object and canvas 1. We will write the variable name as canvas 1. Okay. Second canvas we will write public game object canvas 2. We have seen a little bit in our prefab lecture about it, isn't it? Like we have created two game objects, canvas 1, canvas 2, and what we will do when user presses or clicks that particular enter button, then in this function will be called. We'll see that how to call this function. This function will be called, and here we'll make canvas 1 dot set. We'll use this set active lot many times in our game Unity game development. Set active means it will disable or enable that game object. Set active is used to disable or enable that game object. So game object is canvas one. Game object is canvas one, and we are set active here. Input you have to give whether you have to enable it or disable it. To enable you have to write it true, okay, and to disable you have to write false. What we are doing when user clicks that enter button, then canvas one should be disabled. So we are doing that thing only. We are making it false, and canvas two must be enabled. Will be making true here. Only these two lines are required in this particular change canvas function. Now we have given reference of this canvas one, canvas two here. So we should add these game objects in our script. How to do that? You have to click on this game control, and in game control in inspector window you have this component game control script, and in game control script there are two variables, canvas one and canvas two, that we have created in script. Now what we'll do, we'll drag and drop this canvas one to canvas one and canvas two to canvas two. Okay. Now if you play this game, if you play this, so if you click enter, nothing will happen. So you have to give this button some reference to that function. For that, you have to go into this button, canvas one button. Okay, button you have clicked, selected button, and here if you go down in this inspector window, you will find there is on click function is there. On click. So you have to click on this plus. This will be added here. Now what we'll do? The function. This is the function. Sorry, this is the script, and function is change canvas. Okay. Now this script, that is change canvas game control script, is attached to game control game object. See here, game control script, which is in this inspector window, is attached to game control game object. This is game control game object, and this game control script is attached to game control game object. So what we will do, to access that function, we will drag and drop game control game object here on click. Okay, here we will drag and drop. Why? Because when we click this button, this should be activated, this on click should be activated, and this function is in this script, and this script is attached to game control game object. That's why first you have to add or drag and drop this game control game object to here in this on click. Then here no function is there is written. You have to click here, then game control script. It will, if more than see here in game control game object we can add more than one script, but here only one script is the game control. So in button on click we will have this game control script, and here we will select the function. Now that function change canvas will be available here because you have created that, we have created that. So see here, change canvas is there. To click here. Okay. Now we will save this scene and play the game. We'll do one thing. We'll right click here and maximize on gameplay. Some option must be there. Okay, we'll play this. I'm maximizing it. Okay, as it is. Okay, this is the game view. Now we are playing this. Now if you click here enter button, it should show the next canvas. That is canvas 2. Okay, so you will click here enter. So you entered in game. So here in the hierarchy window also you see this canvas 2 is enabled and
Okay.
canvas 1 is disabled. Because we did in this function canvas 2 is enabled and canvas 1 is disabled by false. So like this you can change the scene. Now if you want to add some image, so images also you can add. So I will show you that. But it should be mostly of type PNG. Now we have downloaded that image on desktop. We have downloaded it on desktop. How to bring it to Unity Editor? How to bring it to Unity Editor here? So for that, you have to first open this Unity Editor. Keep open this Unity Editor, and wherever it is downloaded, you have to open that folder. It is in desktop folder. You have to minimize this, resize this to smaller window, and you have to drag and drop this PNG image here from that folder window to this Unity Editor project window. Now it has come here.
Yes.
Now we can, what you have to do, sometimes we will not be able to use it in UI. So for that, you have to click on this tree, and here texture type is there. So you have to make it sprite 2D. Means whatever images you are using, you have to change the texture type to sprite 2D and UI and apply here. Okay, now you can use this tree because it's a now sprite. Means only sprites you can use in your UI in your game. Now you want to change the background here. So we'll change the background of, let us change the background of canvas 2. Okay, so you have to select canvas 2 background image. Now here, if you select background image of canvas 2, you can see here in inspector window there is image component is there, image component. So in image component source image is written. So you have to just drag and drop here in source image, or you can, another way is you have to click here small circle with dot. You have to click here and you have to search that particular image. So our image name is tree. So we'll add here tree. Now color also you have to make white here because we are not using now color here. You are using image here already. So if you want to see that particular image of tree in here, so you have to just enable this canvas 2 and disable canvas 1. So it will be looking like this. So if you want to play with game,